YouTube, this is Zeus coming to you today from Starbucks in the midst of greater Indianapolis. So, what I wanted to come today and talk about was this wonderful book that was written by Napoleon Hill called The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. Now, the first portion of the book, it talks about the mastermind. The mastermind. The mastermind. Now, a lot of people don't understand this, and it's okay because we weren't taught this. But back in the turn of the century, Albert Einstein and also Thomas Edison and a score of other learned individuals stated that the human brain was a transmitter and a receiver of energy. Transmitter and a receiver of energy. And as we've heard in various other lessons that we've done, just exploring the reality that we're actually in. You're nothing but energy, you're nothing but a frequency. So this energy goes out into the field. Now, the mastermind is anytime two or more individuals come together with an agreed purpose or agenda and they're in complete harmony. Guess what? It happens. It has to happen. It's the law. It's the law. It's called the law of attraction. It's also the law of belief. So you come into total agreement. And then whatever it may be, the pieces start coming to you. Now, the third law is called the law of action. That means we're following after the things that we believe. I've always used this as kind of like something that made me understand. It's like if someone invited me to dinner, they said, "Hey, you know what? I want to buy you some dinner." I said, "Great." And they said, "Meet me over at Sullivan's Steakhouse at 7 o'clock. Now, if I never showed up at Sullivan's, that means I didn't really believe what they were saying, did I? Or I wasn't too encouraged to go there. And so I wouldn't get a free steak or whatever it may be that I wanted to order. With some creme brulee, maybe some champagne or something like that. I don't know what the event is. But the reality is, I wouldn't get it because I didn't show up. But if I did show up, right, then I would be able to partake, right? And that's belief. That's belief in doing. So now, the action that took place for me, because I believed him, my action was I transported my body across time and space to get to where I was supposed to be. And that, my friends, is the law of action. The law of action, you don't have to work very hard to make money. Now, you do have to have a passion, and guess what? When you're doing your passion and your love, guess what? It's no work at all. At least that's my understanding, because I know the things that I love, it's no work at all. When I'm in love with a person, guess what? I see past a lot of faults. It's not until you get into that disclaimer place where those faults become I've fallen out of love with this person, and then the faults are way too much for me. And so now I hold them against them, and I'm not living in forgiveness. And we talked about the last lesson was I was reading out of Dr. Maltz's book, The New Psycho-Cybernetics, and he was talking about forgiveness being a canceled note, tore up, thrown away, it is no more, right? And that is true forgiveness. So, if I'm not living in that, of course, I have these things happening all the time. But the most important thing I like to say is, like, if you have a desire, you have a burning desire of achieving something, if you get together with another human being, because you're not supposed to be doing this stuff alone. That's why we were given a partner, right? That's why we've got a soulmate. That's why we got a twin flame, is to be able to create, be able to go forth and knock down the actual barriers that this life puts up in front of us, because they're barriers that we put up in front of us. right? Because remember, the outside world is a mirror to the inside self. This is one of the first concepts of quantum physics. If you see it outside of you, it's inside of you. Whatever you lay attention to, this is something that you've resonated within yourself. So, that's all part of, just focusing on what you want, then those things don't come up. I just recently learned something, and sometimes I get a little bit harder head than other people because I think a lot. But one thing I do know is true, you're not thinking when you're reading, right? And grabbing hold of books that captivate your attention and actually move you in the direction that you want, restrain you from thinking, because your thoughts are things, and we create our own barriers based on what we think. So the law of success is if you want to go and make money, the law of success will help you. It's a vibrational checkpoint, because when you read it, you actually vibrationally embrace what's been put into the words. Because remember, you had to learn how to spell in order to cast a spell, and any book that is written is a spell. Scary, isn't it? Whatever you read, you become what you read. You become it. You become that person. So, if you have desires, see, most people don't have any desires. They don't know what they want. And that's the whole secret to this book here, is you have to have a burning desire. And so when you actually think about, and this is the correlating circumstances. You may not be in a place in your life that you want to be, but this is a correlating circumstance. So the correlating circumstance just means that, now what do I want? Okay? And then you don't focus on where you're at. You become, in thought, what you want. You think about what you want all the time, because you become what you think about most of the time. That's Earl Nightingale. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind of man can conceive, this is your burning desire, and brings himself to believe, that means you can go out there and do it, he can achieve, right? So with a partner, somebody that is in agreement with him, the manifestation will happen. I hope that helped everybody. It helped me just to share it. If there's something that you have questions about or anything like that, you can message me. You can also hit me up at Zeus Now, or actually no, this is Zeus Now. Zeus William on Facebook, and message me. You can call me. You could also, if it did you any good or something like that, and you want to actually share with me, you can post any amount of money that you feel comfortable with to paypal.me/Zeus, Zeus 111. I really thank you, and I bless you, and I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you.